Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. So this is what you'll need to begin our Mexican feast. Okay, so what I've done is just simply cut the capsicum up into strips, put them into a tray lined with baking paper. Don't use foil because you'll know that releases toxins and you don't want those. Just slide them in there like that. Grab your olive oil, give it a little drizzle. Then we just put some salt and pepper. Okay, so now we're going to pop this in the oven on high and let it roast. We want it to get those little black bits on the skin because that's where the flavour is, and we're going to mix that with our mince later on. Okay, so we just dice up a red onion. Remove the outside layer. We just want it diced into very fine cubes. The smaller the better. You can actually put it in a food processor if you can be bothered, but I find it's too much washing up just one onion. So I simply just dice up the onion. Like so. So now what I'm going to do is put the saucepan on high heat with some olive oil. And when it gets hot, I'm going to add the onion and let it sizzle away. Okay, just a drizzle of olive oil, and then we're just going to wait till it gets hot, and then we'll chuck our onion in. To test to see if it's hot enough, just grab a little piece and chuck it in. You can hear it sizzling, so that means that it's hot enough. Okay, so just stir that around. Oh, my eyes are starting to water. Okay, so while the onion is getting brown, I like to keep stirring it, but sometimes it gets the brown stuff on the bottom. So what I like to do to lift that off is just get some vegeta, and I just put one teaspoon into a little glass of water and just mix that in. And then when the onion starts to burn a little bit, I like to just chuck the vegeta in, and then it simmers away really nicely and makes the onion go extra tasty. So I like to add the vegeta mix. See how it's a brown burny bit? That's when I like to add our vegeta mixture. I just add about half, and then I mix the onion back in. And it just boils away nicely like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is add 3 cloves of garlic and just put it in the garlic crusher and squeeze that straight in. And that smells quite amazing. Okay, so our onion's cooking away nicely. What we're going to add next is the mince. So half pork mince, half beef mince, get the 5-star. I don't like to use the fatty stuff. Just grab it and plop it in. Grab the pork, lop it in. And now we just go to town and just mash away. So just stir it up. And then I just let it sit for a little bit because you want to get a bit of browning on the meat. It just creates more depth of flavour the more you do these little steps. It actually all really helps. So I'm just going to let that go, and then after about a minute or so I'm just going to keep mashing away until it's very nice and fine, and that's what we want. Okay, so that's looking pretty good now. So I'm going to add our Old El Paso spice mixes. I use spice mix for chili, and I also use the spice mix for tacos. I like them both combined because I do like a little bit of extra heat. Okay, so we just cut them open and pour them in. I just add a little bit of extra coriander in there as well. Mix it all around. And then I add 1 can of organic diced tomatoes. And with that little bit of the juice that's left over, I pour the rest of my little spaghetti mix in there, pour it in, shake it all about, and then pour it in. It's very simple. I like to make about 3 different meals out of this mix. That's why I've made so much. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just put it right down now and let that simmer. We still have our capsicum that's roasting in the oven, so that's not ready yet. So while that's happening, I'm gonna go hang the washing out. Okay, so I have my food processor ready to go. Just use a little one because we're gonna put the roasted capsicum in this. Just with a few jalapenos. Jalapenos are optional. I do like to add them in my meals separately as well, but I just put a couple in here just to add a little bit more flavor because I do really like hot things. But if you don't like hot things, don't add that. Even if you want it to be more mild, don't add the chili taco seasoning, just have 2 tacos. I find with 1 packet it's not as flavoursome. That is flavoursome. So our capsicum should be ready now. Ooh, this looks so good. See that? This has been roasting on high with the olive oil and salt and pepper. And it's very hot. You can see the bits of dark on there. What you can do is take all the skin off, put it in a glass bowl with Glad wrap over the top. But I don't mind the skin in mine, so I'm just gonna blend it all in. But if you don't like the little bits of skin, put it in a glass bowl, Glad wrap, let it sweat, and then peel the skin off. Okay, so we're going to pour the capsicum into our food processor. Not pour it, I'm gonna put it in there. I actually peeled a little bit of the skin off, but yeah, it's up to you if you do or you don't. This is gonna be so yum, it just smells amazing. Okay, put that to the side. Just put a couple of jalapenos. Just 4. 4 will do. 4 will do nicely. Close it up. Oh, smells like Ava. If you've ever had Ava, oh, yum. Oh, okay, I know you can't smell, but oh, it smells so good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is put that into our mixture. So come with me. Okay, so I'm gonna pour that in. Actually, Yum. Okay. And we just mix that in. Yum. Okay guys, so what I'm actually doing is preparing 2 meals at once. I'm preparing nachos to eat now, and I'm also preparing a Mexican salad to have at work tonight. So I'm multitasking. Yes, I'm in my work clothes. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is cut up some capsicum for my salad, and the other's going to be diced very finely for my nachos, because I like to sprinkle that on top of my nacho mix. Put that in there. Capsicum is very, very healthy for you. You like to try and get as many colours as you can in your diet. I found these nice little mixed medley tomatoes as well, which I'll be having in the salad. I'll put a couple in. I've already washed these, by the way. I'll put a couple of these in my nacho mix, little salsa thing that I've got going on, but majority I'll put in the salad. Cutting up our cucumber. I'm only going to put half of that into my salad. I don't want that on my nachos. I just don't like it on my nachos, but if you want it in your nachos, you can put it in your nachos. I've also washed fresh endive. It's like a lettuce. It's a little like lettuce, but it's just got, you know, different minerals and vitamins in it. It is quite healthy for you. So I've washed, it is quite dirty actually, so what I've had to do is wash and drain it, and then I've just let it sit on a little paper towel just to drain it out. But I actually quite like the endive. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but you know what I'm talking about. Chuck that over there. My salad's looking good. I've got my little mix happening. I'm gonna make guacamole as well. So, ooh, it's a nice one. Cut it in half. Chop and pull, that's how I get the seed out. Okay. Decent sized bowl. And we're gonna mash it up and add some lemon. I'm also going to get fresh coriander out of my garden. If you, you need the fresh coriander. It just makes everything taste so much better. I love fresh coriander. Yum, yum. This is a really nice avocado. Look, there's no brown bits. I hate when there's brown bits. But it tastes yucky. I don't like it. And it looks yucky. But yeah, and the texture. Everything about a brown spot on the avocado, I don't like it. I don't like any part of it. I like my avocados to be nice and perfect and green. So we just mash that up. Mash, mash, mash. Sorry, you can't see. So mash up our avocado. Getting a bit carried away. Gonna add some lemon. Okay, our lemon, just roll it. And then we cut it in half and just squeeze it in. Depends how juicy the lemon is how much you put in. This is quite a juicy lemon. I'm just gonna put half in, so I don't want it too lemony. That's a good lemon. Nice and juicy. Okay, finish mashing up our avocado. What we also want to add is salt and pepper. Okay, salt and pepper. I like to put a bit of salt in. Probably shouldn't put that much, but I like it a little bit salty. And plenty of pepper, which is delicious. Make sure it's nice and mixed up. So that's about the consistency that you want. And half will be going on our nachos and the other half will be going on our salad. So I'm going to put half just in the middle of my salad for later. This half will be going on my nachos. Okay. I also like to put a little bit of onion. I like these little spring shallots, little spring onions, sorry. I like them, they're quite nice. They're not as strong as your normal onion. They've got a much more sweeter taste. They taste really nice pickled too. If you just cut them up really, really thin and put them in brown malt vinegar and let them sit, it's delicious. Yum. Okay, so for my salad, I like them cut thin, little half circles, which I'll sprinkle around. But for my nachos, I want them diced finely. So I'm just taking half of the onion, putting it in the salad. The other half, I'm going to dice up really fine. And that's going in my little nacho mix bowl there. Okay, I like to use the Lindel's lactose-free cheese. But if you don't, if you're fine with dairy, then just use the low-fat one. So we're just going to grate a fair bit of cheese up. So about that much for our salad. Just plop that around the avocado and on the top. Okay, and then we'll grate some more for the top of our nachos. Ooh, you know what I nearly forgot? Fresh coriander, so you can come with me. So half the coriander is going in the salad and the other half's going on our nachos. During this time, I've preheated the oven on quite high, so 180 degrees on the baking mode. And what I'm going to do is chop up the wraps and make little corn chips with them. Pull it around. Yum. Okay, we have our baking tray. I'm going to line it with baking paper. Not foil, baking paper. Then I actually usually use quinoa wraps, but I went to Coles yesterday and they only had the wholemeal Helgas, so that's the one that I'm going to use today. You can use whatever sort of wraps you want, but why not go for the healthiest ones that you can find? I'm just going to use one wrap because I am sort of pretty careful with my carbs. And you're going to need a pair of scissors. So what you do is just start cutting your wrap. First I cut it in half and then just into like little chip-sized pieces. Like that.
Little squares, little triangles. Now it wasn't too small because we're going to be putting mincemeat on it and we're going to be putting some sour cream and avocado, so it'll go sloppy. It's important to make them really nice. Because they do get nice and crispy, but still, you want them quite decent sized, bite-sized pieces. And I have a really big mouth, so yeah, the bigger the better.
Okay, so don't have them overlapping. Spray them all out onto your baking tray. I use this olive oil and I just spray on top. But you know what, you could use coconut oil. I don't like using any other oils because they release toxins and they're just not good for you. So just either use olive oil or coconut oil. Can you see? And now I'm going to put them back in the oven. Well, put them in the oven and keep an eye on them because they can burn very quickly. Yum! How yum does that look? It's our Mexican food. That's going to be our meals for the week. So, you know, most people are quite time poor and don't have a lot of time to make meals every day. So just make one sort of meat and you can make 3 different meals or more out of that one mince, and you can change up the flavors as well. And look, that's perfect. We don't want to leave them in any longer than that. Don't forget to turn your oven off. Okay, so just lay the chips out. Okay, so that's how I lay them all separate. Then I grab a handful of our grated cheese and just sprinkle it all on the top, like that. Next step is to spoon our meat on, our yummy, yummy meat. So, just sort of slap it around. I like to put it on top of the cheese because then the cheese gets like really melted from both sides because the little chips that we made are hot, and then you've also got the hot meat that we've had cooking for about 2 hours. So it's okay. Then we got our guacamole. I like to sprinkle it in little sections all over the place, not just blob it in the middle, because I like all my chips to have guacamole, so I really like it. I love avocado. Okay. Then our yogurt. I don't put the whole thing on, I just stir it and drizzle it on top in little patches. Like that. Grab our salsa, sprinkle that just over and around. Freshly chopped coriander, just sprinkle it all on the top. It's all over my fingers. The excess cheese. I like to put a bit of this hot sauce on, it's yum. And a couple of jalapenos. I love jalapenos. Some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. Yum. Okay. Eat it quickly because otherwise it goes sloppy and cold. How good does that look? Our salad with our meat ready, and that's what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. My salad that we prepared earlier, and a little bit, oops, a little bit of yogurt that I like to sprinkle on. Pour mince in, and we'll just let that cool down, and then we'll keep it in the fridge. If you don't think you're going to eat at all during the next couple of days, you can always put it into little containers and just put it in the freezer, and then you have a quick little meal. Or if you think you're going to get sick of eating it for the next few days, yeah, freeze them in small containers, and then you've got it for when you feel like it. And that's it. So that pretty much wraps up my Mexican meal for the week. So thank you so much for watching. If you did like my video, please press the like button. And if you really want to, you can press subscribe. You don't have to do that, but it would be nice. Thank you. Okay, bye.